You're gonna toss it in the old milk house.
Like a gallon
Right.
bag.
It's time to make a hurricane milk like a vid.
Sugar is all coated, so that it's not all sticking together, and then you can let it dry. And
listen to this
you have
cooking
like
show on public radio.
little squares.
This is a high gravity hurricane melt like a vid.
Say lightly.
8.1.
Lightly coated in powdered sugar.
Behind me is the old milk
with
house.
chocolatey peanut butter in the center and a crispy cereal. It's so snackable and so addicting.
Yeah, totally.
I love it.
It's funny you say that because when you were saying lightly coated, I'm like, no,
vintage Calvin Klein.
Like, it's not lightly coated in sugar.
Retrofits
completely,
that I found at a vintage sale. Like,
but yeah,
broke the
you're
arms
so
off.
right.
One of
When
the
they're
arms
coated
was
in that
broke.
Powdered sugar, I've never heard
So I
anyone
just
say that before, but it's so right.
Grinded them down. So
There's something that feels cooling about it.
Yeah.
Anyway,
It's the same
before I
vibe as
bust this
powdered
open,
donut.
we got
Yeah,
Uncle
yeah,
Ray's
that's such a cool
onion
thing.
ring.
I love that. So yeah,
Going for
super
this
delicious
big
now.
time.
And then with pistachio and cardamom, that just sounds super delicious. Hetal Basavda is the author of Daisy Bakes. More with her in a minute. I'm Francis Lamb, and this is The Splendid Table from APM.
After Robin Feibush got married, she noticed something
Isn't that
about
very
her
crunchy?
then-husband's family.
Then I
They
got
told
this
a certain story
Midland
of
Energy
Leah without
tuna
fail
on a
at
croissant.
Thanksgiving.
Tuna salad on a croissant. And also a slushy, red slushy.
How family stories shape who we are. This week
I want
on
to
Hidden Brain,
check out this tuna salad croissant.
coming up next on
Click, click.
WPR.
Support for WPR comes from Pritzker Military Museum and Library, presenting Behind the Lines, a look at life at the Citadel through the eyes of combat artists. Now through May 23rd. More is at
Pretty good.
pritzkermilitary.org.
I hope
Support
it's good.
also comes from Ecology North, with
Anyway, let's get into
ecological
this
restoration like
hurricane
buckthorn,
real quick.
pollinator fields, and rain
I'm at work,
gardens.
just taking a lunch break.
Committed to helping landowners control invasive species through the winter.
The old milk house behind me
EcologyNorth.com.
from back in the 1800s. Can't see the rest of the farm. It's a big building. Big red building. It's down in the ditch, down in the ravine, half of it. So that's just the top of it. It goes over that way. It's huge.
The Splendid Table
There's a big window side and it's got, you can see where they brought the cows in
therapy and helping
from
clients
pasture.
find balance. Clients are
And then
matched
would,
with one of 30,000
milk 'em up.
therapists for online therapy from anywhere at betterhelp.com/public. And
Just
by
milk 'em
the
up, you
Slow
know.
Down podcast. Poetry has the power to connect our inner universe and the outer world. In just one turn of phrase, poetry can anchor us or shift a moment, a day, or even a whole life. Listen to the Slow Down podcast for a hand-picked poem and a moment of reflection every weekday. Subscribe
good
to
tuna
the Slow
salad.
Down wherever
And
you
the
get your
croissant, it's good.
podcasts.
Not that bad.
I'm Francis Lamb, and this is the show. for
But
curious
it's a late
consumers.
lunch. It's
We're
like
talking with Hetal Vasavada.
it's already. We
about
took
her
a lunch
book,
at
Daisy
1:30
Bakes. That's a fantastic dessert
basically.
You can put in your Thanksgiving mix. Let's get back to it with her. Let's get to another kind of.
Had one hurricane while working, ripped up the front of this house.
I'm talking about, so like moving up the dessert chain and hierarchy. So like first we have the snack, and then I want to go to the Rice Krispies treats you have. But these are Bisan Giversi. Tell us about these.
Okay, so Bisan Giversi, also known as
Some of this
is
croissant.
a very
Kinda love it.
traditional Indian
Better than
pie that's made
McDonald's.
from toasting chickpea flour in ghee until it gets like roasty, toasty, and nutty, almost like peanut butter. And then you would either add sugar syrup to it, which is the traditional way to set it.
Pull some stone.
The way I usually set it is with a lot of powdered sugar and rely on the cornstarch to set it. But
Yeah,
the
corn
base
starch is
is
just in
always
powdered sugar, so it's just a little bit. Like a trace.
exactly.
Yeah.
But either way, like the base flavor of the dessert is that roasted chickpea flour taste, and it's usually set into a pan and put into like little squares. And then sometimes my mom would roll them into laddus. Laddus are basically little truffles, little balls. That was like my mom's specialty dessert. She's really good at making it, and I love that flavor, that nuttiness that comes from chickpea flour. And you know, one being a mom, my
That's
daughter,
nutty.
and I have a lot of family members who have like nut allergies, which is pretty horrendous when it comes to like Indian desserts. So this is like a really fun way to like have
Anyway,
that
the milk
nutty
house
peanut butter
is
flavor
also
without
on
the
the
onion balls.
Oh yeah.
And
the train line, the railroad ran through right through here. You can see the remnants of the
it's the texture.
tracks are gone. They used to have, the tracks used to be in there. The train ran into this little town, into the line place.
Okay,
up until
but once you toasted that
1974.
cookie in the ghee,
I remember seeing it.
how do you incorporate
I think it must have been 11.
the Rice Krispies treats with melted marshmallows?
So I will toast that all up, add the marshmallows
And then
to it.
used to bring lumber. It was a passenger
On
train
low
up until
flow, that's the key to a
about,
good Rice Krispie treat,
I
in my
think, the
opinion,
late
so that it
60s.
stays like a nice gooey texture. It's gotta be a fresh bag.
If you wanted to,
not the bag that's
you know,
in the back of your pantry.
get south anyway, or
And
Freshness
you know, they're just shipping lumber.
it matters because it's gonna make
You can
your
jump
Rice Krispie
trains.
treats, like
Anyway,
crispy and crunchy
the milk house is
and
where they'd
not very
unload the
texture.
cows
It's too old for
or
that.
send the cows off.
Yeah, it
For milking.
doesn't work.
Oh my
You
god,
have
the
to get-
face you're making right now. It's like,
I hate it. I hate the
What?
because like I've had that experience and it's no bueno. So you gotta use fresh bag of marshmallows and cook it low and slow. I know
Like-
it's like really easy to just crank the heat
They would
up
deliver
and get the
cows,
marshmallows melted as
or
soon
send
as
maybe cows
possible.
off to slaughter,
But what
or the
ends up
milk.
happening is sometimes you
And
overcook
pick up the milk here,
marshmallows in the process.
get it on a train and
and
get it
then again,
down.
you end up with like hard raw Rice Krispie treats.
mm,
So low and slow.
Something
is
like
the
that. I don't
key.
know.
And then I take it off the heat or turn it on super
Maybe.
low and add my rice cereal in and fold that in with some salt and push that into a buttered pan. It's really easy. It takes like 15
Or the
minutes
butter
at
house.
most.
I love that. I'm gonna make that this weekend. That sounds so good.
But the key
Maybe that's what
is
they're
you
doing.
have to make sure you cook the chickpea flour
We're making butter,
until it starts to
Putting it on
smell
trains.
nutty.
shipping it out.
And darken in color slightly. I think a lot of people rush it, where they're like, "Oh yeah, this looks good enough," and then like we run. I'm like, no, you have to make sure you smell it. The smell is the key here. That is the main indicator.
What happens if you undercook it?
Anyway,
It's gonna
1800s,
taste
this
raw.
fucking train was
Like,
going.
It's gonna taste like you bit into a raw chickpea.
That's not fun.
No, it's gonna
Big
taste
logging
like edible.
trucks and
Okay, I want you to tell us about the chai pumpkin
coal
spice
mining
setup.
trucks.
Okay, so betas or bendas, depending on where you're from in India, is typically made by putting milk fat down. It's like a milk fat fudge, essentially. A shortcut that a lot of Indian
Yes.
Americans use is using sweetened condensed milk. And
Oh yeah.
and that
I'm having a
is
good
what I
time.
make it. So you typically will take sweetened condensed milk and add it to milk powder and cook that down until it's got like a fudge-like consistency. In this case, I add a little bit of pumpkin puree and make it almost like a chocolate truffle. So India has been getting really fun with their flavors, and one of the, I guess, first fusion-y flavors that I started seeing in mithai shops in India were chocolate benda. And that is what I would ask for anytime anyone went to India. I was like, oh, can you bring me back some chocolate benda? So this is kind of like my minor ode to that, but pushing it more towards a truffle-ish texture, or like
I like a
it's
good
very similar
chocolate
to, like, a
ganache
picadillo, I guess,
and like a
Mm.
but
cupcake.
softer.
Like the Brazilian sort of like
Yeah.
truffle-y,
Good
almost.
ganache cake.
It's somewhere between a truffle and a cookie.
Exactly, and it's like it's just got a really soft texture. And I coated them in cocoa powder, and then I used a mooncake mold to press them into like these beautiful little swirl shapes. That really reminded me of like block prints that are used in India for textile design.
What else? I don't know.
So the flavors in the beta, you have the sweet condensed milk, which is
I
traditional,
don't know.
I guess, the Indian American evolution of this dessert.
This is good though.
And then my fusion is
You
adding
better have onion
puree
ring.
and pumpkin spices to it. But if it's much softer, you're not going to get the same texture as you would with the beta, because the beta has like a hard fudge kind of bite to it, and this is a much softer. Think Trader Joe's truffles texture.
Just have a gooey.
Yeah, gooey, like soft, melt in your mouth. If you let it sit in your hand, it's gonna be a puddle.
Yeah. Melt in your hand and in your mouth.
Yeah.
You know, you mentioned, you know, of course,
Yeah,
if we're at home,
Uncle
you
Ray's
have,
not the
like, those
best.
mooncake molds that you're talking about.
It's kind of a mediocre
or cutter,
lunch.
or you know, just whatever, just to make, or even just cut them into little bite-sized pieces.
But I learned how to cheat the slushies
And they look
machines
sort of, like you said, like almost like blocks.
because you can fill them up yourself, right?
Textiles, and
So
that's very evident.
all you
in the
do
book.
is
When you're looking through the photos,
Yeah.
it seems like you really have a real love of textiles and
if
patterns.
you just want mostly juice like this
Tell us
one,
about
check it out.
that. Tell us about
Like, that's
is it
mostly
a thing of yours?
Just
Is it
no
your
slush.
feel sort of,
the way I accomplish that,
culturally connect
'cause this isn't melting. It's
Yeah, I think it's like a piece
fresh
of home.
within the
So
last,
my mom's side of the family is in
12
Texas.
minutes.
They grow cotton in India.
But
and
if you
then
just
they
lightly,
mill it
as you're
and
filling your
weave
cup,
it.
as you begin to fill it,
My
don't
mom
like
was a seamstress in
push the
India,
handle all the
and
way
she
in.
sewed saris, and
What you do
it was
is
her first job in America was sewing
you
American
just
flag.
slowly get a
So
trickle
textile
of the
and textile
juice
work
coming through, and
is,
how that works is that
traditional,
by not allowing the ice chunks
Kutchi
through,
Gujarati, which is a
the
very
liquid
specific
is
area
mostly
of
coming out
India,
as a liquid.
of Gujarat.
So let's try it.
That style of embroidery. So textiles in India are unique because each state,
It's like
even down to each
eating
region,
a
has a very
cherry
specific
Jolly Rancher.
textile that they're known for. And
And there's some
while
slush in there, but it's mostly
over
just the
time,
juices.
because my mom has a deep
So
appreciation for textiles and fabrics and
it's
design
a lot
and
sweeter, and
handicrafts,
you get
she kind
hardly
of
any
would pass
ice
on the
left,
knowledge to me, like,
because
oh,
everyone
yeah, this
hates
is
it when you
called
run out of
Savilla
the
saris because it's made
flavoring
with
of the
this
slushy.
village with this
Well,
process,
this
and
was
this
my
is
cheating
why
method.
it's so
You can learn to
special,
be.
or this is, you know, a tie-dye technique called bandhani or leheria, and this is why it's so special.
Learn to be a
So she would always
slushy,
explain
super
the
duper
process of how it's made and
slushier.
the importance of it and the area it's from and when you would wear that type of fabric or how you would wear that type of fabric. And I've had appreciation for that.
No, I drink
There's
them
a lot
also.
of things in common between handicrafting and textile making.
There's a milk house. I'm at the next house right here.
It's all done by your
Doing
hands,
side
typically
jobs
for someone else. You can see
for cash.
the evidence of
And today we ripped
human
up.
touch
We
in
did. We
those
got a lot
hands,
done.
whether it's
We didn't get everything we were supposed to
an
get done.
off-looking flower
We ran into a
or
problem
typing, or a
with,
drop of ink that or a
digging.
small mistake
Where
that you might see on the
We're
fabric.
gonna do it right. We're gonna put in these
there's
silent
an
tubes. We had like
appreciation
1,
for
2,
the-
3, 5 of them to dig.
Exactly. There's an
And then all of a sudden,
appreciation
there's like
for
no one
it.
call the fucking
And
utility
you can
companies.
tell
We got
when,
gas lines,
something's
electric
machine-made
lines
and
running through here,
mass-made versus
telephone cable,
handmade.
5G,
There's
super
such a difference
nuclear
in
reactor
things.
cables.
You could tell the difference
in
in
this garage.
mass-made
So where we were
baked
trying to,
goods
we ripped out this old
mass-made
desk.
fabric.
Just horrible.
Yeah. Well, this leads me
Yeah.
to the last recipe I want to ask you about. Visually, you're talking about textiles
Anyway,
and patterns.
I'm right over there. I'm looking at it,
Because this is the tender coconut.
waiting for
cream
the other
pie,
team to get back.
and which you top with shredded coconut, but it seems like you dyed them in
Yeah.
batches in different colors, and there's like you arrange them on top like a beautiful ombre,
I'm a
so
little
that the
lunch.
colors kind of like evolve from one to the next. Really gorgeous. I noticed in the dedication too, you dedicate to your husband. You're like, oh, you can make your
That's
tender
the milk
coconut cream
house.
by yourself now. But tell us about this
And
recipe.
I think they kept a lot of the grain and stuff in there.
I know every
With
author
cheese
says,
and
like,
the butter.
oh, every recipe.
Cheese
I love
house.
every recipe in my book. There's no favorite. No, this is a clear favorite. Like I have a clear favorite, and it's this recipe.
There it is.
So
All right,
the
let's take a look
inspiration
around.
Came from when I went to get into research for the book.
A little bit.
I went to a very popular.
There is a better
institution called
picture now.
Naturals in Gujarat.
See how big that place is?
And they're very famous for their, natural fruit flavor extracts. And I tried their tender
So the
cream, which was
Traintracks.
insane. They're like chunks of tender coconut.
Basically,
This is like jelly-ish.
where I'm parked,
Feels so yum.
I'm on the old train track,
right? Like before
trail.
That's where
and then over here, you can see the lake,
coconut's actually very soft.
and over there is an island
And it's
in the
it was just
background.
so lovely, and that stayed with me.
So it's right on the lakeside.
And my husband's from Alabama, and Thanksgiving time in Alabama means luck.
There it is.
And he loves a good
Now you know.
coconut
Not like it.
pie.